And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Cavalier FC versus FC Cincinnati in the first round, leg one of the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup, the final first leg of the round one ties, because this is the final first round tie to be played, leg one of them, because of course we had 2 weeks of leg one, the second week of leg one, this is the final game to be played. You get the point. Cavalier. Yeah, I don't really have to do it in Spanish, do I? Because they both speak English. Yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, I'll make it easy for myself. How about that? Of course, we'll also be watching Canada versus El Salvador in the W Gold Cup as we're going in this game. Because why not? Because no reason not to. No reason not to. They're both playing at the same time. Teams are about to walk out. Canada, El Salvador. We got starting 11s for this game. For Cavalier in goal, White. The back three of Lang, King, and Irving. The midfield four of Ming, Allen, Atkinson, Calvin. And the front three of Cadet, Chanel, Thomas, and Russell. For FC Cincinnati in goal, we have Roman Celentano. The back three of Miles Robinson, Matt Miazga, and Ian Murphy. Midfield four of Brett Halsey, Pavel Bucha, Obina Nwobodo, Yuya Kubo, Luciano Acosta. In the 10 spot, the strikers, Sergio Santos and Corey Baird. Eric Miranda, the VAR referee. The center ref is Cesar Ramos. Playing this down in Jamaica, Independence Park. And we're about ready to go. Again, Celentano in goal, Nwobodo, Kubo, Acosta, Baird, Robinson, Halsey, Santos, Bucha, Miazga, Murphy. The starting 11 for Cincinnati again, Cavalier, White, Lang, King, Irving, Ming, Allen, Atkinson, Calvin, Cadet, Russell, and Chanel Thomas. And we're about to kick off down in Jamaica. So while I'm waiting, thoughts on NYCFC versus Red Bull getting switched to City Field full time? Well, it's only going to be like 2 years, but that sucks, I guess. But while I'm at it, let me get the stats here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let's get this one going. And we'll bring up, once I get the stats complete, we will bring up the Canada game and be on our way as well. It's basically a double, and we're off down in Jamaica. See how much of a train wreck this is for Cavalier. Pat Noonan versus Rudolph Speed, the coaching matchup. Probably should, yeah. Playing forward is Cavalier in white, Cincinnati in blue. Fouls. Offside corner for Cavalier. I see a lot more fight from Cavalier than I did Mocha, let me tell you that. I mean actual playing fight, not trying to kick somebody's tuchus. How we doing? How we doing? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Offside, yellow card, red card. Corners. There we go. So that's done. Hit a reload here. Hit that like button. Recommend living in the suburbs of Portland if you want to live in Portland. Exactly. 2 minutes in. New Cavalier kits, by the way. Most stats are falling near Cincinnati, though. 2 likes. Hit that like button. We're off in the Canada game. 1 minute in. Here comes El Salvador playing the ball back. And it's 0-0 over there, 0-0 over here. 0-0 El Salvador, Canada. There we go. All right. Let's put this on the bracket. Let's put the score on the bracket. For Nashville Mocha, that would be 0-3. All right. Okay. Then we'll put that bracket on there. Okay, so that's good. So, watching both games here. We're watching Canada, El Salvador, W Gold Cup, a couple of seconds behind this. We'll watch both to their completion. So, once the final whistle's blown here, because that's behind this, I'll be done. Canada wearing white, El Salvador wearing blue. Of course. Might as well watch both, because I care. They're both being played at the same time. Cincinnati over the top. Acosta, Luciano Acosta chips it over. They did not go with Bupenza as their starting striker in this game. Cincinnati, they went with Sergio Santos and Corey Baird, which honestly might be smarter. I don't know. Honestly, I'm good with that. Shot, goal! Canada score! 1-0. The W Gold Cup, 3 minutes in. Canada. Canada score. Good goal. Chloe Lacasse. How we doing, Red Bull Insider? See how that went. Cincinnati going with a corner. Let's see how this ball is played forward. Adriana Leon plays on to Chloe Lacasse. Chloe Lacasse dekes a defender. Gets in the box. Takes a shot. Over the keeper. In. Goal, Canada. Lovely. Goal for Chloe Lacasse. 3 minutes in. Canada has the lead against El Salvador in the Gold Cup. Not surprised. Shot! Past the post for Cincinnati. Damn, we're getting some quick chances here. We're getting some quick chances here on both ends. Hey, better than nothing, right? It's better than yesterday. Miami barely scored and New England barely scored. This is more like it. This is more like it. Chance after chance on both ends. This is more like it. That's what I'm talking about. I want to swirl my head. I don't want to, just sit here and be like, you know what? Okay, come on now. Huh? 434. Come on now. Yeah, the Leafs are beating the Knights. They've won 5 straight. Yeah, they're going to beat the Golden Knights. Come on, Leafs. Go beat the Golden Knights, please. Please. Show that freaking dominance you've been having, boys. Go 6-0 in 6 games. Make it a 6-game winning streak, please. Embarrass the Golden Knights. Oh, by the way, they're defending Stanley Cup champions, so that would be great. That made me feel good if you did that. So go ahead and do it. Keep playing the way you've been playing. I need Bobby McMahon to score a couple of goals. I need Matthews to score a couple, and I think Morgan Riley's back from the suspension. I think it was just 5. He just, not Garber, Bettman just made sure it was 5. Morgan Riley should play well, too. Just keep playing the way you're playing, please. There you go. 6 minute. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. 0-0, 1-0. Hey, I'm happy with Canada already got an early lead. You love it. They got to win this game 3-0 then. They got to, right? Playing forward. Bucha. Bucha plays forward. That's out for a goal kick. Cavalier not getting beat yet, but they're getting close. They're getting close. Of course, Pavel Bucha, Cincinnati's big signing in the offseason. Very, very interesting. Very interesting move. Bucha, nice play. Back to Bucha. Luciano Acosta. Luciano Acosta. And that's going to go out for a goal kick. You know what, though? Not bad. Could be worse. Not bad. Nah, it's just the comments are commenting. Sure about that? Still a lot, but sure about that? There we go. Okay. Playing forward. Let's see how much Cincy can score by, or win by, I should say. Free kick here for Canada. Adriana Leon to take. Come on. Come on, Dree. Come on. Playing forward is Cincinnati. Come on, Dree. Come on. Score. Got an assist. Let's get a goal. Come on. Come on. Shot. Over the bar. Damn. So close. Over the top, Cincinnati. Ball falls to Corey Baird. And oh my God. What a freaking hit. Just, it went off the keeper's hands, but still. Just was like, you know what? I'm going to do this myself. Boom. Went and walloped that. Sadly, it didn't go in. Sometimes the pace doesn't do enough. 8th minute. Just kick that ball. 9th minute. 9th minute. Plays forward. Cincinnati dominating this game so far on the CONCACAF Champions Cup side. Luciano Acosta gives away that pass. It's cleared by Cavalier. Cavalier, honestly, is fighting, though. I mean, they ain't trying to go down easy. I mean, unlike Mocha, Cavalier, they ain't going down easy. Trust. 9th minute. I like the way Cavaliers playing. They ain't going down easy. Canada coming forward. Still Canada. Cross in, cleared. 9 minutes in to the Champions Cup game. Thought I was watching both. Back end-to-end action in both cases. Nobodo on the ball. Bucha. Murphy. Cross. Good defensive clearance. Halsey can't get his foot to it. Murphy. But it's going to fall to Miazga. Miazga plays it forward. Cincinnati dominating, but Cavalier, they should be down already. The fact they're not, I'm going to give them a lot of respect for it. 10th minute. I'm going to give them a lot of respect for the fact they're not down. Murphy plays forward. Halsey. Murphy. Bucha. Acosta. Plays it in. Nope. Cavalier from Jamaica, yes. And the runners-up of the Caribbean Cup. Runner-up to Robin Hood, of course. Nice new Cavalier jerseys, though. Cool. Free kick for Cincinnati. And a free kick for Salvador. Yeah, the Salvador game's about a minute behind. Salvador-Canada game's about a minute behind. Good save. 11th minute. Free kick for Cincinnati. Player down. Oh, my God. Get up. Stop throwing a fit. Good clearance. I don't know why. Crying like a baby. Get up. You got to be kidding me. Get up. He legitimately looks like he's throwing a fit. Holding his stomach, throwing a fit. Yeah, get up. Oh, yeah, he went down like a... Nah. Get up. Crying, holding your stomach like you got punched in the gut. Stop it. Ooh, poor baby. Crossed in, over the top, header. Falls down and cleared. Going down like a poor baby. Oh, poor baby. Want me to burp you? Jesus Christ. 12th minute. Thirteenth minute. Seriously. Cincinnati dominating. They need to break up a little bit of domination, didn't they? Yeah. Canada still has a 1-0 lead, 12th minute. Cincinnati still drawing 0-0. Somehow they haven't scored yet. I am honestly surprised. Goal kick for Celentano. Knowing the way that frickin' Noonan does games, I'm surprised they didn't put Khan in there. But hey, you know what? The less Cincinnati scores, the better I feel about Sunday. Because let's not forget, you know who Cincinnati starts their season against? Toronto, yes. Good job, class. Good job, class. The less goals they score, the more I'm less worried about Sunday. I mean, we did almost beat them at home, like at the end of the season last year. So you know what? Maybe we have a chance. Who knows? As long as Herdman paid attention. Well, I mean, it basically, you know. Well, I mean, basically, this is supposed to represent Jamaica because of the green, you know, and it's an Adidas kit. I do need a Jamaica kit, but this is easily, you know what? It easily makes sense, you know? It's like, you know what? Yeah, that sort of, you know, represents Jamaica, yeah, because it's got, like, the neon green. It's not yellow, but they do have green. That's going to be a good game. Who plays home? Cincinnati's at home against Toronto. It's at TQL Stadium. Toronto's home opener is like in 3 games. It's like their 3rd game. You know that Chivas is, after Chivas and America's second leg of their CCL match, have to face each other a few days later in Liga MX. Yeah. Like over 10 days, they have to face each other like 3 times. It's CCL, then the league. And honestly, I want to do the 3rd. Cavaliers, Jamaica, yes. And the runners-up of the Caribbean Cup. Plays in Cincinnati. Okay, I don't exactly know what they were trying to do there, and letting Acosta trying to go for a second ball up in the air is probably the stupidest thing you could do. Dude's pint size. Free kick. Well, at least it ended up in a free kick. Goal kick here for El Salvador. Also watching the Gold Cup women's game. Canada, El Salvador, by the way. Because they're playing at the same time. What'd you think I was going to do? After realizing they were both playing at the same time. Exactly, double. Without advertising it as a double. When I finally realized it, this was already set up. 1. Second of all, this is what I guess would get more viewers. I'm not sure. But free kick here for Acosta. Going to swing it in and save by White. Good shot. Just didn't have enough curve. It's not enough curve. Thought you said you can't do the 3rd because of Toronto. Oh, right. My bad. Yeah, I can't do the 3rd. Unless, like, Toronto's at 6 and the 3rd is, like, at 10. Then maybe I'll go live for the Chivas game. I won't review it, but I'll go live. If I have, like, an hour in between and, like, Toronto's at 6 and Chivas is at 10. I didn't exactly see the time. I just saw they were playing the same day. So I still could do it depending on the timing. It just depends on the timing. Like if Toronto's at 6 and Chivas is at 10 on that league game, I could go live for the Chivas game. It's just watching Elimination Chamber Saturday. I mean, might as well. I mean, I'm normally up at that time. Might as well just go to sleep to wrestling. Might as well watch a show and then go to sleep after. It's perfect. Might as well. I'll be in my own room, but it is what it is. It's kind of like those Asian Cup games, you know? I think he's asking you if you were on Football Pharaoh's channel. I need Speed to get hammered because he destroyed the women's team. Evil man, woman hater. I think Cincinnati's going to do the job for you. If there's a team that'll destroy Rudolph Speed, it's Cincinnati. If you've been watching, you know. They've been dominating the game. They just need to score. So They just need to score. But they've been dominating, so it should end up about 3 or 4-0. Not think that Yup saying that JBO's from the Football Pharaoh channel. Maybe he was Yup on both Toronto Chivas thing for the third game. Then, of course. Maybe said Yup to both. 18th minute. Miles Robinson, of course, making his Cincinnati debut. Came over from Atlanta in the offseason as a free agent. Luciano Acosta, playing forward. Luciano Acosta has room, has time. No, cleared. You need 6. I don't know if that's going to happen. Personally, I get why you need 6. I don't need 6. Because if I see Cincinnati score 6, knowing Toronto's playing them on Sunday, no, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help my mental states. I'm like, oh, crap, Cincinnati scored 6 on Cavalier. Honestly, Cavalier ain't much better than us. Could be just as bad. So, yeah, no. I get why you need 6. I understand that. Hopefully on aggregate, right? Let most of it happen next week, please. I'm sure you'll get 6 when they're on the road. Just let this one be 3 and let it be 9 on aggregate. Then we can be fair. You'll probably get 6 in the second leg, though, while they're playing at TQL, if they don't rotate. Especially if it's 0-0 or 2-0, somewhere around there. Tie really ain't completely over. In theory, yes, but playing forward. '19th minute. Ooh, nice play. Here's a shot. Past the post. That was Canada versus El Salvador. That's 6:30 Central Time. Toronto NYCFC. Chivas Americas is 7:30, 8:30. 8:05 is 10:05. Yeah, I could do both. I could be live for Chivas America then. Because 10:05 Central, 6:30 Central. TFC New York will be over by 8:30. My video will be up by about 9:30. Yeah, I should be able to be live for Chivas America. The video should be recorded by 9:15 though. Or 8:45. So yeah, I should be live. I'll be live for Chivas America. There we go. Okay. See, exactly. There's that time difference. There's enough time difference to where I could go live for both and still do the RSR. So perfect. I'll be live for it then. RSR is still going to be Toronto, though. But I'll be live for Chivas America. So I'll do all 3. Boom. There we go. That works for me. 21st minute. Perfect. Thank you. So I can do both on the 16th. '20th minute. 21st minute. Cross in. Cleared. Which Chivas America will you watch first leg or second leg? All 3 of them. I'll review the CCL games. The league match is just live, but I'll be live for all 3. Since, of course, header! Save! Sergio Santos puts the header right in the hands of the keeper. That's not good. Here's a chance. Shot saved by Celentano. But the ball falls in open space. But that gets cleared, luckily. I'll be wearing Roji Blanco every single one of those 3 games, too. Not Chivas jersey, but a Braves jersey that has the colors. Works for me. Cleared away. Chivas only, so no European teams. Yeah, now I think about it, yeah. Doesn't seem to me that GABO is a fan of a European team. Or yeezus either, but I respect that. Europeans are going to be like, but why do you support your local and not root for a Prem team? Like, they're like, support your local, but when you do, they freaking get mad at you for not watching the Prem or supporting a Prem team. It's nuts. Like, which one, man? Which one? Are they down you for supporting your local? It's like, which one? You hypocritical jackass. I like Barcelona, but not a fan, if you know what I mean. Diehard Chivas fan. Fair. 23rd minute. Like, seriously, it makes no sense to me. How do European, mostly English fans be like, you need to support your local, and then you turn on and say, when somebody does support their local, they're like, why do you support your local? That football sucks. I'm like, you hypocritical jackass. How do you make any sense? You gatekeeping hypocritical jackass. 24th minute. Makes no sense to me. 0-0. Have the Chivas logo crest tattooed on my heart. That's nice. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. 23rd minute. 24th minute. Hey, Ron, what made you hate America? The fact they broke TFC. TFC may have won the battle when they won that tie, but you know why the reason their 2018 season sucked? Is because all those injuries from the America-Toronto tie. And there's a goal for Canada. 2-0. 2-0. Jordan Heidema puts it away. There we go. But pretty much because of 2018. Yeah, Toronto won that America tie, but that tie was also the reason we lost the CCL and had a horrible season. Because they broke all our players. So that's why I hate America instead of Chivas. It's not Chivas' fault we lost. They just took advantage. They're still a Mexican team, you know. And we still almost beat them. But there you go. Such is life, though. But I talked about this earlier in the last. Remember when Chivas beat Barcelona? Yep, I remember. Playing forward. 25th minute. You never heard of Guadalajara or Jalisco. I'm surprised. 2-0 Canada in the Women's Gold Cup. 25th minute. Now, on the Cavalier side of things, Cavalier Cincinnati side of things, it is still 0-0. 26 minutes in. Oh, there was an own goal against Nabvahor, too. 2 own goals in one game. Jesus. Cincinnati playing forward. Chivas, the biggest team in Mexico. This is true. Best Mexican food. Ooh. Tacos al pastor. I like tacos al pastor. You got a good fajita, you know. Got some good fajitas, you know. That's some good food. Tacos al pastor. Fajitas. Toronto almost put Aztecaso and Azteca against America in that one match. Yeah, they almost beat them. If there wasn't a penalty at the end of the game, which, I mean, it was a pretty obvious penalty, unlike the handball against Tigres the tie before. 26 minute. Tijuana is the best city for Mexican food. Sadly enough, you're risking your life to eat that good food, but I mean, I guess if you're still alive when you're leaving, it's worth it. I mean, Tijuana's, of course, that's just Tijuana's rep. 27th minute, 0-0. Cincinnati game, of course. Mexican cuisine is one of the best in the world, always hits. Love me some quesadillas. I love quesadillas too, but they got to be right, you know. But again, for me, best Mexican food is hard because, I mean, Mexican food's just amazing. I love Mexican food, or Latino food in general. But Mexican food, it's hard. I mean, tacos al pastor. Those are really good. There's some good quesadillas out there. Hope Jamaica beat USA because USA always wins Nations League. Every time there's been a Nations League, USA's won it so far. So yeah, I hope Jamaica beats you too, or beats them too, I should say. I hope Jamaica beats the USA too. I want y'all to win. If you're there, might as well win. Asian food's also very good. I agree. Italian food, Asian food. 3-0 Canada! 3-0 Canada! Adriano Leon. There we go. 3-0. Well, that game's over. 3-0 Canada, 30 minutes in the Women's Gold Cup. 3. Yeah, that game's over. Turns out, don't got to worry. Cincinnati dominating 29 minutes in. Asian food's also very good. There's good Mexican food in St. Louis. Yeah, if you know where to look. I mean, there's some good Mexican restaurants here that are authentic and not just Tex-Mex. There's some good restaurants around here. I think one of them's called Tios. That's brand new. Oh, La Casa Mexicana. There's another place around here that I went to that was pretty good. That I don't think was Tios. It was something else. But it was closer to the mall. Checking to see if that was a offside corner here for Cincinnati. And yep, 3-0 Canada, 28 minutes in. Canada should be able to take that. Acosta, I'll still finish it though. 30 minutes in. Yeah, CONCACAF is the best in women's football, or at least has the 2 best teams in the world, or at least did. Cross in. Plays in. Still Halsey. Cross. Header. Falls. That'll be cleared. Does it still hurt TFC lost the 2018 CCL final? And MLS was within touching distance of winning CCL that year? Yeah, it still hurts. It still hurts until Toronto wins that trophy. So it might hurt till I'm dead. I don't know. It might hurt one more year. It might hurt till I'm dead. I'm not sure, but that thing's going to hurt. It's like the MLS Cup. You know, I said this. It only took a year, though, so I didn't have to say it much. I said until Toronto wins MLS Cup, 2016 is going to hurt me. Corner for Canada. Same thing with 2018. It's taken a lot longer to win the CCL. Shot. Heidema. Side netting. Could have been 4. Looks like a corner here, 31st minute. So it's basically like, okay. So yeah, it still hurts. It always will hurt until Toronto wins the CCL. Player down hurt. Until Toronto wins the CCL, it's going to hurt. Simple. And El Salvador's already making subs. They've made their second sub. It will always hurt until they win the CCL. And that's just the way it stands for me. Just like 2016 would have hurt for longer had they not won MLS Cup the next year, fittingly against the Sounders at home. I don't know if it needs to be Chivas again, but I'm sure it would make it a lot better. I'm sure it would make it a lot better if Toronto they were to play Chivas again and then beat them. I'm sure it would make it a lot better. Because I'm sure, I don't know if that was just, I mean, knowing what I know, maybe it would, but I'm not going to legit just sit there and say, you know what, probably would. I want them to win the CCL. If they play Chivas again and win it that way, great. If they just win the damn thing, I would definitely want it to be a Mexican team. Let's put it like that. I did not want it to be MLS, unless it's Montreal. If it was Montreal, then maybe, I'll accept the MLS CCL final with Toronto in it as a win. How we doing, Connor? But I would prefer it to be revenge on Chivas, but you know what? I'll take beating them in the Leagues Cup final too. It wouldn't completely erase the hurt, but it would erase the Chivas part of the hurt. So hopefully, 33rd minute, cross in. I mean, the only one still on that team is Brizuela, if we're being honest. Shot. It's different than Seattle. I said if Toronto's to make a CCL final, a Champions Cup final, and for them to win it and me not be hurt anymore from 2018 or feel any hurt, it has to be a Mexican team. Unless it's Montreal. If it's Montreal, Toronto in a CCL final and Toronto wins it, I know it's a one-leg final, so it's going to be harsh. Say maybe rooting for them to get to the final. I wouldn't say rooting for them, but, being like, you know what? We're both in the tournament. We're on opposite sides of the bracket. Might as well. Hope we're both in the final, Because I want a 401 Derby CCL final when it's possible. The Canadian Championship is going to be won by an MLS team, especially now that they're bringing back the two-legged ties. I say they would have beaten Kashima. Was it Kashima Antlers? They would have beaten Kashima Antlers for sure. They would have won for sure. I think they would have at least been knocked out. They would have got out of the first round and played the semifinal, I think. Or the first round they would have played. Shot off the post. Cleared away. Which MLS Canadian teams? Which MLS team will easily dominate the CPL, win it back-to-back? Well, here's the thing. That would have to be Vancouver. But I think Toronto will win the Voyageurs Cup this year. I have a very good hope they do. And by the way, there's also the new format of Voyageurs Cup. Toronto's players were getting healthy at that point. We would have had a good freaking Club World Cup team. They would have been ready. How we doing? For me, but the new Canadian Championship format is 2 teams get a bye to the quarterfinals. There's 12 first-round ties, single-legged, regionalized. The quarterfinal is a 2-legged tie, regionalized, of course. That would all be drawn. Then there'll be a redraw before the semifinals, a 2-legged tie, 2 two-legged ties, and then the final's a single-leg match. And it'll be drawn who hosts the final. So there you go. How's Cavalier doing? And Mocha played already. They lost 3-0. Cavalier, they're defending well. They just haven't really had any forward play. But Cincinnati's dominating. But Cavalier's defending well. So it's better than what Mocha did. Still remember when Polito scored that insane free kick against Toronto in the first leg. Yep. I remember too. That was deflating. I'm not going to lie. That was deflating. Like Alex Bono was way off his line. He misjudged it. The wind took it in. No. That was deflating. We had the lead. We lost it. That was like Bono's first mistake of the year, too. He steps way off his line, misjudging the wind, and it just did not. I could still see that playing in my mind right now. The snow, the wind. Let's hope since he picks up a few knocks before Sunday. Let's just hope they don't win by more than 3. That's good news. If they draw, that's amazing news. Because if they draw Cavalier, we could win. If they lose, if they win 3-0 or less, we could still draw. Are they playing a half A, half B team? It's their A team. It's their A team besides Bupenza. It's Santos Bupenza. That's the only really big change. But they're playing their A team. Oh, by the way, they won't have Miazga on Sunday as well. They're going to have to play somebody else. Miazga will not be starting. Remember, he still has a suspension. So it'll just be Miles Robinson and Ian Murphy with somebody else. So that could also help us as well. And honestly, if they play Bupenza instead of Santos, I think that might just unironically help us as well. How many minutes left in the match? 38. It's 37th minute, so 45. 50-something. 37. So 45 plus Shot by like 53 or something, plus stoppage time. So mid-50s. Yeah, it would be 53. But no, this is Cincy's 18 besides Sergio Santos. And honestly, I think he might be better than Bupenza, honestly, if we're being completely honest. So, hey, the lower the scoreline is, the better news for Toronto. I mean, Cincinnati's been dominating. They still haven't scored. Header plays down. Oh, by the way, Toronto's actually had a pretty good, header. That's past the post. Besides, Toronto's played some really good defense in preseason. I mean, they only had one walloping. And their best 11 plays good defense, and we brought in a really good center back. So you know what? The longer this stays tied and it's only 1-0 or 2-0, I'm feeling good about Sunday. Cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic, at least for a draw. I shouldn't, but I am. 39th minute. If this turns into 6-0, especially in the second half, Cincinnati could have their fun next week, please. 1-0 at best. 2-0 at best. Have your fun next week after we're done with you for a couple of months, okay? Have your fun next week. Don't scare me. Also prefer you not to have your fun on Sunday, but But you know what I mean. Start having your fun next week like I know you can. Start having your fun next week. Cool? Got it. You think Cincinnati's having a hard time because of the pitch? No. I just think Cavaliers defending like rabid dogs. And that's good news. Toronto, I mean, they've been defending well with their best 11. If they could defend like rabid dogs, we have a chance. I mean, Insigne and Bernadeschi are scoring now, so you know what? Could defend like rabid dogs. Which, I mean, Herdman surely will on day one have them defending like rabid dogs. I'm not worried about that. Thank God it's day one. That's a good thing. Match one. Defend like rabid dogs. Come on. Defend like rabid dogs. Just like Cavalier did. I'm sure they're watching this. Defend like rabid dogs. You have a chance. That's Cincinnati's we almost beat them last year, and we were almost defeated when we were on the pitch. So you know what? We speaking with that result, you know what? We could beat them. As long as we don't play Greg Ranjitsingh, yeah, we could beat them. Besides, they re-signed him. I don't know what idiot move that was. I hope Gavron's on the bench. I feel like that means Gavron's going to get TFC 2 time once that season starts, and it's going to be Ranjitsingh on the bench. Herdman, you idiot. Come on, don't do this, man. Don't do this. Could have just played a decent D-row, but okay, man. For a third keeper, you could have just played a decent D-row, but sure. 41st minute. I guess frickin' Ranjitsingh didn't want to retire. Might as well stay home, I guess. They're going to give you a paycheck, and you can just steal a paycheck. Might as well. It's the only good thing he's good at. It's the only thing he's good at. Stealing the paycheck. 42nd minute. Who's Toronto's captain this year? Osorio. Jonathan Osorio. As he should be, honestly. The one person who's still there from the good days, as he should be. 42nd minute. Canada playing well in the Women's Gold Cup. They got a 3-0 lead. Cincinnati still hasn't scored a goal yet, which I'm honestly shocked. No, Oso's captain. He has the armband. They've announced Oso's the captain. Why would it be Sean Johnson? If Oso left, yeah, sure. Sean Johnson should be the captain. He maybe vice captain. I think that's rightful. If he keeps playing and he plays well, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be Insigne. Aren't club captains player voted? I'm sure that's the way Herdman did it. Yeah, I'm sure he probably did do a player vote. But of course the team would vote Osorio. I guarantee you Sean Johnson's probably a vice captain. which that's fair. I think that's right. Phil didn't blink. He said Diego Chara is captain. Well, why would you change that? Why would you change that? Again, he didn't leave the team. Just because you have a new manager, I mean, you'd be stupid. Like, I would be worried if Phil Neville was like, you know what? I'm going to take the captain's armband off Diego Chara. I'm going to do that. Yeah, that would be stupid. I don't think Phil Neville's that dumb. Turns out he's not, but I was never worried about that. Unless Chara left, which means he had to give up the armband, which he didn't. I don't think Phil Neville was that stupid to actually go that way. I never thought he was that stupid, but I mean, Evander maybe is worth it, but that can happen when Chara leaves. And if Evander stays long enough. Maybe Crepeau, but again, I don't see anybody. I mean, Chara bleeds timber green. I mean, he just does. Who's done more for their team, Carlos Vela or Messi in the first year? If we're talking about first years, Vela. 2018 LAFC Vela was just mind-blowing. I mean, 2019 was even crazier. Yeah, Vela. Yeah. Besides, if we're talking about Vela's whole career versus Messi's first year, Vela still. Pretty obvious. 44th minute. Oh, Drake did recruit Sean Johnson to TFC. Oh. Well, there you go. And he hadn't played well either, so he completely turned heel on that. It's like, yeah, best keeper, one of the best keepers in the league chooses to play like crap. I'm going to blame that on John Conway. I think Sean Johnson will bounce back this year. He'll have more help, too. 45th minute. Corner for Cincinnati. Cross in. Header. Plays down. And that'll get cleared. Luckily, another corner. At least for another corner. 5 minutes of stoppage time at the half. Or before the half. We go 15 minutes. Cavaliers got one of the best defenses in the Jamaican Premier League. Well, you could tell. They defend like rabid dogs. They should be down 3-0 right now. But they defend like rabid dogs. I'll give them respect for that. They defend like rabid dogs. Cross in, header, past the post. Like, they should be really proud if they get to the half drawing with 5 minutes of stoppage time. Header. Saved by White. Did Miami sell Miller? Kamal Miller? Yeah. Yes. They traded him to Portland, which was stupid. 4 minutes to go. Yeah, they traded Kamal Miller. How stupid. That's like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Well, there's other things I've seen that's stupid, but, you know. That's probably number one. Yeah, they had to dump salary, but Kamal Miller couldn't just trade Kritzov. They were desperate. Did you not see their defense last year? They probably would have taken Kritzov and been happy. You just go ahead and trade them their best. Well, besides Zach McGraw, because Zach was amazing, but he was definitely being let down. They would have taken Kritzov. Portland would have taken Kritzov. You didn't have to trade. You didn't have to trade Kamal Miller. 2 minutes into stoppage time. Header. But they did. So. Or they could have traded Ryan Saylor and, you know, that would have worked too. Again, Portland would have taken anybody. And Miami's just like, you know what? Kamal Miller. We'll trade our best defender. 3 minutes of stoppage time in the Canada game. 2 minutes here. Kamal's amazing. Good for Portland. Horrible for Miami. It's Cavaliers from Jamaica. And they were the runners-up of the Caribbean Cup in 2023. They qualified, of course. But they got the best defense in the Jamaican Premier League, and damn it, you know what? That's true. If you're watching, paying attention, yeah, that's true for sure. It's the third minute of stoppage time. 46, 7, 8, 48 minutes. Acosta shot, cross in, cleared. Just right positioning. I mean, save. Al Hilal beats Sepahan 3-1. Three minutes. Save. Punched away. Be cleared, but Canada gets it back. Quinn. Foul. That'll be a goal kick. One thing I worry about for us, Robin Hood, is we don't have Shaquille Cairo anymore. Damn. Yeah, that's not good. But hey, at least you're playing Herediano, so that gives you a chance to still be Cinderellas. Where'd Cairo go? Third minute. And that's halftime for the Canada-El Salvador game. 3-0. 3-0. Medio tiempo. Women's Gold Cup. Copa Oro Femenina. 1 minute to go. But we got less than that. 40 seconds. 40 seconds, 4.5. Games in Jamaica, yes. Independence Park. Situation so sad. He signed with the Jamaican team. He said they're treating him wrong and feels like they're trying to boycott him. Shot, goal! There it is! 1-0! Sergio Santos! 1-0! Sergio Santos! Right before the half. Back in Suriname, don't want to return to Jamaica. Sergio Santos, right before the half, is the answer. Four 45 plus 5, right on the stroke of halftime. Settle uno, 1-0. 15 saves against Montreal for Sean Johnson. I hope so. And that'll be it. Cavalier defending like rabid dogs, but Sergio Santos got in behind, and there's your goal. In between two defenders, finally. Positioning doesn't go their way. There it is, halftime. 0-1 Cincinnati at the half. Sergio Santos at the stroke of halftime. Good shot, too. Damn, Cavalier, y'all tried, though. I mean, they defended well for 45 minutes, or for 50 minutes, or 49. It was bound to happen. They should have been down like 5 at the half. I'll give them props for their defense playing like rabid dogs. I'll give them props. Shit, I'll give them props. Props doesn't win you anything, but I'll give them props. Take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. 1-0 for FC Cincinnati in the first 45 left to go. We'll be back. Sit tight. Of course, Canada winning 3-0 in the Women's Gold Cup. Sit tight. We'll be back. We'll take a short break. Sit tight. We'll be back. 1-0. Back for the stats at the half. See what we got here. 21% possession to 79% possession. 4 shots, 17. 1 shot on goal to 5. 1 big chance at 3. 1 big chance missed to 2. 60 accurate passes. 59% pass accuracy to 334. 88%. 2 foul to 1. 1 corner to 10. 4 shots, 17. 1 shot on goal to 5. 101 passes to 380. 59% pass accuracy to 88. 8 throws to 7, 1 offside to 0. No yellow cards on either side, no red cards on either side. It is 0-1 at the half. Cincinnati have dominated this first half. No question. They've dominated the first half. They should have scored like 5. I'll give Cavalier their props for defending like rabid dogs, but late on they allowed a goal. They could have allowed way more. And I'd say 1-0 is fair. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say that's fair. Should have been more. Trust me, it should have been more. Cincinnati have been just steamrolling, and somehow they've only got 1 goal. That's pretty much what the first half was. They've steamrolled this game, only have 1 goal to speak of. It's nuts. It's nuts. Because you could see Cincinnati should have scored 4, 5, or 6, and they only have 1. Great defensive play by Cavalier. Other than that, they ain't done nothing. So, yeah, Cincinnati right now, good for them, but this should be way more and basically over by now. It's not. The Canada game's the one over by now, not that's weird. I expected this one to be over by now and Canada still have a chance, you know? Cincinnati should have scored 3 or 4. I agree. Waiting for the second half to start. Cavalier hasn't lost in the last 5 or 6 games. Yeah, but Cincinnati's a tough sledding, you know? But second half about to start soon. Second half, waiting for it. Second half about to start, or I would say, in a little bit. Second half, still waiting. Valeri's going to be a great commentator. I agree with that. When he's back in the Timbers, of course he is. I mean, he should be, but we'll see. Second half, he said he's very excited for our DP number 9 signing, as he should be. Again, still waiting for the second half. Second half hasn't started for Canada yet. But Cincinnati should be, I'm sure they'll I don't know. We'll see if they steamroll the second half. It's possible, but we'll see. We'll see if they roll. Watch NBA All-Star Weekend. That thing was hot garbage, I heard. No, I didn't watch All-Star Weekend because I had no reason to. I mean, Toronto Raptors, the only thing there for us was Scotty Barnes. I heard he played well in the game, but, there's no defense in that game. So, I'm a fan of Scotty Barnes, but I had no reason to watch All-Star Weekend. I could care less about the dunk contest. I only watched the 3-point if there's a Raptor in there. I could care less, honestly. And then the game is trash, and the only Raptor there was Scotty Barnes. I'm not going to watch a trash game just to see Scotty Barnes play 15 minutes and score 30 points just because there's no defense. Love Scotty, don't get me wrong. Should be the face of the league one day. But, and I guess Pascal played most of the season as a Raptor, but still. But, nah. I knew it was going to be trash, and I could care less. Besides, did I have anything to do last weekend? Did I? Well, I had, of course, some of those Yeah, prediction videos and stuff to do. Yeah, so I guess so. But yeah, had no reason to. Second half about to start on both ends. Second half about to start. And we're off in both cases. Canada back. Scotty Barnes did some behind the head shot from half court during the skills challenge. I didn't even know he was in the skills challenge. NBA game quality's gone down since 2016, especially the All-Star game. Honestly, the last good All-Star game was the one in Toronto. You're actually right. The last All-Star game that was worth a damn was the one in Toronto. Exactly, actually. Actually, there you go, yeah. Maybe the one in New Orleans. I mean, I thought that was pretty good. The one in New Orleans is pretty good. But the one in Toronto was like the last really great All-Star game. I didn't know Scotty Barnes was going to be in the freaking skills challenge. Nobody told me. See, nobody even cares about that part of things. And also, of course, I didn't watch the G League events because there was no Raptors 905 there because the Raptors 905 sucked this year, which is weird. They normally don't. Watson on for Russell. They normally don't. They do now. Like if I'm going to watch basketball, it's either Mississippi State in college and maybe March Madness. G League, Raptors 905, NBA, Toronto Raptors. Most of the time, if it ain't those three teams, I could care less. Or has anything to do with those three teams, I could care less. I mean, yeah, I'll watch March Madness a bit. I'll still make a bracket. Hey, if I watch a game, I'll watch a game, but I'll certainly watch the state games, if they go far enough. They'll be in the tournament, though. Seems like it. Just feel like these NBA players don't respect the fans anymore. They're just too entitled. Yeah, I could see that. But I guess they don't want to they don't want to injure themselves in a freaking dunk contest, which, I mean, makes sense, or three-point shooting contest. I also didn't watch the Steph Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu three-point challenge. Because, again, that might have been the one thing I was most interested in, but I still didn't end up watching it. Like, I have respect for Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. I do. But, yeah, I didn't even end up watching that. So. But there you go. That was one thing I was actually really interested in, but I wasn't so interested that I would go out of my way to just watch that. Besides, I didn't even know if it was streaming on HBO Max, so there you go. 48th minute. Would you have a DP striker, DP, deep line midfielder, attacking midfielder, or winger? Why? Well, if I was Toronto FC striker, we need somebody who can actually score goals. Finish attacks and score goals, so I think that's pretty obvious. Like, if I had one spot, I would put a striker there. If there were a striker worth their money, there you go. Striker. Anything else? Well, like if I had three spots, yeah, striker, attacking mid. We'll try with the Bradley thing for a deep lying midfielder. I'd honestly go winger, striker, attacking mid. Or maybe maybe an 8. Depends. If I'm going two strikers. But, wouldn't go with DP center back. That's not smart. Wouldn't go with DP goalkeeper. That's even dumber. 48th minute. Still 1-0 Cincinnati. I still think that's pretty dumb to go with the freaking... "49th minute. Cross in. Header falls down. That's out for a corner for Canada. Cavalier trying to set up a chance here. Doesn't. Exactly. And DP goalkeeper's the same. Unless you're Roman Berkey. But there's always exceptions to the rule, of course. 49th minute. But I wouldn't bet on it because you know what? I just wouldn't bet on it. And normally, maybe, you know what? And maybe the teams who normally go DP center back or DP goalkeeper need defensive help. They think money means better. And they basically koala themselves into sucking because they take a spot away from a forward player. Like, if you have a good team and you're like, you know what? Might as well make sure we have a really good defense. But if I put a DP defender here, I think it could work. But you can't do that at the beginning. And I think most teams do that at the beginning in either situation. And, of course, you're pretty much just saying to yourself, yeah, my other 3 defenders suck, but at least I have a good DP center back. Which the other 3 can still allow goals. Your defense is still porous. I mean, sure, try, but I think they sort of play themselves. Of course the situation wouldn't end well. Be like, oh my God, we've allowed like 50 goals in one season. Now, it depends on who actually allowed them, who was at fault. I would guess that it was more or less than not that the DP center back was at fault. But, or goalkeeper. But normally you judge a defense by all their works. You don't really judge. The bad thing about a defense is you don't judge them by like one player. You judge them by their works as a back line. And if the back line ships goals, even if your main guy doesn't, you're going to be like, you know what, where should we make the change? And there you go. You're up the creek without the paddle. You're up the creek without the paddle. So what can you do? 51st minute. So again, what can you do if you're up the creek without the paddle? Den Crepeau and Kamal Miller should make our defense way better. Yeah, I agree with that. 52nd minute. Still 1-0, 52nd minute. 53rd minute for Canada, and they're leading 3-0. So NYCFC needs a left back. I'm surprised we didn't keep Brian Koufre or sign him permanently. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked, but I think they also needed to make some moves, and that's why they got rid of him. So, you know what? With the moves you made, I think it was, in the end, sort of worth it. Cavaliers playing a bit more offensively so far in this second half. And they've sort of pinned Cincinnati back, which is wild. Is Cincinnati trying to defend the lead instead of steamroll them? I don't, to be honest, I don't like that. Like, is it me, or do you feel like Cincinnati is sort of just trying to defend the lead instead of trying to get more? What? Headed to what? I feel like they're trying to defend the lead instead of get more. Like they're fine with Cavalier having the ball. I don't know if that's smart. 52nd minute. Not a great idea. Yeah, I don't think so. But I guess once they can break away, it's easier to score. I get it. I think I get it, though. Good clearance. Canada blocked away, corner. I think I get it. If they could get Cavalier before they pull back, then you have a chance to score another goal. I think I get it. But it can't bite them in the ass. And who's to say? Who's to say, I think I get what they're trying to do now I think about it, though. They're trying to pull Cavalier up, so once they get the ball back, they could spring and get another goal. I think I know it. Well, I think I get it, but the way they're doing it, it seems like they may just get bit in the ass before they actually work. Just my opinion, though. 53rd minute. Looking for a left back high gam deal. Mid-European League, South America. Probably didn't sign a left back from within the league for the MLS for depth purposes. You know, to me, call me crazy, but when it comes to left backs and right backs or anything in the defense, I would either sign a former MLSer who's coming back to the league or sign somebody within the league to fill out the back line, you know? That's the way I kind of would want to do it there. Because I think the defense is where MLS experience needs to be. That's also a thing. Like, they also say MLS needs to have, there needs to be MLS experience in your team to really succeed. The defense is one of those places. Defense and goalkeepers is one of those places. Offense and midfield, maybe one or two here, but most of your MLS experience should be on the defense. Or leaders on the bench, of course. It's not really midfields or forward we're talking about. I hate getting political ads on YouTube. Making me want to get premium. Yeah, I agree with that. Roxana says, hey, Ryan, just looking into Cincinnati. They have a lot of core players that left. Seems like Monterey has an easier time, or will have an easier time. Well, here's the thing. Cincinnati very much made their defense better at the expense of losing their forwards. Now, Bucha looks like a really good player that they got this fall or winter. Bucha is their big winter signing, Pavel Bucha. He looks really good. I think I mean, it's Cavalier, but he's looked pretty good in this game. Of course, I'll tell you what he really looks like in MLS when they play Toronto on Sunday. That's the big test. But Acosta's still there. Bupenza's still there, but he's not great anyway. So, Sergio Santos, they replaced Brandon Vasquez with Corey Baird, who had a really good season with Houston last year. It's not like they've completely just let it blown up. They've made some good changes with the players they've lost. They should have scored 5 goals already. But, yeah, they lost Barrial. They lost Brandon Vasquez. But so far, you know what? I mean, I still think Monterey has a good chance because Monterey has a golden horseshoe put up their ass. But, I mean, if Cincinnati beat them, I'd be a bit shocked, but I wouldn't be that shocked if Cincinnati plays their best. Penalty for Canada? Penalty for Canada in the Women's Gold Cup to make it 4-0. Adriana Leon. Come on, Dre. Come on. Come on. 57 minutes, still 1-0 for Cincinnati. Come on. Come on. Cavalier playing forward. Cincinnati's really testing their defense in this second half, though. Speaking of their better defense. More upgraded defense. 58th minute. Adriana Leon going for the penalty for Canada. Come on, come on. Come on, Dre, come on. Cincinnati playing forward. Here's the penalty, 59th minute. Shot, goal, 4-0 Canada. Adriana Leon converts the penalty. Let's go. Goal and assist. Let's go. How are we doing, Adam? Chiellini's the only high-profile player in the defense I've seen in MLS. He was still TAM, though. He wasn't a DP player. Still paid him TAM. '58th minute. Cincinnati about to make a sub. 58th minute. Canada has a 4-0 lead over El Salvador. 60 minutes through that match. That game's over. 3 points, baby. 3 points. Canada playing well. 59th minute. Just keep playing like that. We maybe go to the Olympics too. 59th minute. One 0 Cincinnati. Just got the ball back, but they're just playing it around. Dear Lord. Into the 59th minute. They're just playing it around. Wonderful ever see simplified roster rules. It seems like they may actually do it next year for 2025. At least they realize they probably should take the training wheels off. A little bit too late, but Messi should still be around next year, I think. 59th minute. Valenzuela coming on and Alvis Powell. Valenzuela and Alvis Powell coming on for Sergio Santos. He's coming off. Alvis Powell for Sergio Santos. Final 30th. Canada meets the U.S. They go through knockout rounds. Very sure. And Valenzuela's on as well. Gerardo Valenzuela for Sergio Santos. Alvis Powell's on for I agree. They should have done it this year. I'm surprised. But hey, at least they realized a year too late's better than nothing. Cincinnati makes 2 subs. Valenzuela and Santos, or Valenzuela and Powell are on for Santos and somebody else. 60th minute. Corner, Canada. 61st minute. Cross in. Header. Goal! 5-0. 5-0 Canada. The header in. Kadesha Buchanan. Off the corner. There we go. Man, Canada's just putting a damn whipping on El Salvador. I'm thinking they're back. I'm thinking Canada's back. Kubo off for Powell. Okay, there we go. Kubo off for Powell. Okay. Think Di Maria will stay with Benfica one more year? I say he will. I think he also played the Olympics. Just a hunch. I think Messi and Di Maria will play at the Olympics. Just a hunch. 61st minute. Kadesha Buchanan with a header. Pops it in. 5-0 Canada at the Women's Gold Cup. Man, Canada's putting a whipping on El Salvador. Canada's going to make some subs. 62nd minute. 5-0. We thought El Salvador's women's national team can make history. Nope. The defending gold medal winners. Evelyn Vienne coming on and Alidou coming on. I'm actually having more fun watching the Canada game than this. Too much they're taking off Adriana Leon. At least she got a goal and assist. Damn. Marie Yasmin Alidou on for Adriana Leon. And looks like Quinn for Evelyn Vienne. Acosta with a corner. Or no, it's Jordan Hanema for Evelyn Vienne. Okay. Shot over the bar. No, it looks like Kubo's still on. I think they took off. No, I think they took off number 11. I think they took off Corey Baird. Corey Baird. They took off Corey Baird. No, Brett Halsey, actually. Now it was Brett Halsey for Alvis Powell. My bad. They took off Brett Halsey for Alvis Powell. It wasn't Kubo or Baird. It was Alvis Powell. So there you go. Or it was a Brett Halsey for Alvis Powell. Makes sense. Canada back, baby. 63rd minute. I mean, I respect El Salvador's team, but they weren't beating Canada. I just didn't realize it'd be this bad. Saved by Celentano, no foul. Di Maria, 36, still playing in Europe. Something about him. He's a tough man. He's a good player. He's got heart. Man's got heart. Man's got heart. He still wants to play at the best level if he thinks he can. You know, he's got heart. He's tough. I respect it. He's tough. 64th minute here. 65th in the Canada game. Canada is boat racing El Salvador, which I love to see it. Not because it's against El Salvador, it's because Canada looks amazing again. This looks like the Canada women's team that I grew up with. Take no prisoners and score multiple goals, especially if they're under you. I love how Canada's playing against El Salvador. I really am. I mean, they're playing amazing. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Adriana Leon got 2. Oh. Good clearance. 65th minute. 2 goals and 1 assist. My bad. Pep is 39. Yes. Free kick here for Cincinnati. You know what? I'm calling it. Canada's winning the Olympic gold again. You know what? They're going to win the Women's Gold Cup. Enjoy our moment in the sun because freaking Emma Hayes is going to steal it right out from under us. But you know what? Whatever. 2 golds and a Women's Gold Cup. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. I'm not going to complain. 66th minute. And then U.S. will be great again, and the women's team. And I know, very ironic, right? Bad choice of words, man. Then Emma Hayes' United States women's national team will take that #1 spot in CONCACAF out from under us. But you know what? It's like that gold medal. It's like, yeah, at least we got 1 over on them. If we can get 3 over on them, that would be great. Because on the way to that first goal, we beat the USA. I'm sure we're going to have to beat the USA to win the Gold Cup and probably win another gold medal at the Olympics. At least one of the 2. 66th minute. Yeah, I think so. 68th minute. '67, '68. Now the Canada game's ahead. '68th minute. Kubo plays into Acosta, spins out, cleared. Man, Cincinnati really slowed down after the first half. I mean, Cincinnati could have won this game 5-0. They end up only winning it 1-0. But, like, they just chose to slow up. Like, they actually had those goals banked. It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Like, if Cavalier ends up scoring one, you know, it's not that Cincinnati's not impressive. It's that they had an amazing first half. They could have scored 4 or 5 goals. They choose to not score more goals. They could have easily just kept steamrolling. But no. It's still 1-0 Cincinnati. Cincinnati slowing down doesn't make sense. Exactly. Like, if you had, like, the 3 goals banked instead of 1, I'd be like, yeah, sure, slow down. But to slow down after only 1 goal, like, nah, the game ain't over. Like, I know you're on the road and you have the away goal, but the more you get, the better. Ask Orlando. Ask Chivas. The more away goals you get, the better. The more likely you won't bottle it at home. I'm not saying you will, But who's to say? I mean, Cavalier could score a goal down at TQL. Like, they could. In theory, they could. Them considering away goals count the tourney. Exactly. They should have been up 3 or 4-0 at a half. They were only up 1. You think that would tell you, you know what, keep the foot on the gas, put these mofos away. At some point, they're going to tire out. And you only have 1 away goal. And you're letting them have more offensive play. If that's a genius ploy to pull them away so you have a chance to score more goals, great. It hasn't worked yet. They get back just as fast as they defend like rabid dogs. I'd just start freaking rolling on them again. I'd be like, you know what? Pulling them forward and basically acting like we're the losing team just to score goals, they still get back quick enough. Might as well just start steamrolling them again. At some point, they're going to score. But no. Are you cautiously optimistic for TFC versus Cincy? Yes, I said if it's under 3-0, I'm still cautiously. Right now, I think Toronto could win. Toronto defends like rabid dogs, and Bernadeschi and Insigne score a couple. 1 each, we win. We could win on the road. Let's also remember we almost beat them. We had our best performance of the year last year against Cincinnati. Still a loss. It was a 3-2 loss. But we could have beat the Shield winners. Like, we were playing them pretty damn well. We did allow one, but our defense hasn't been really that bad in the preseason. We got long, and Insigne and Bernadeschi are scoring. Shit, if we defend like rabid dogs, we might just win the game. The way Cincinnati's playing, my luck, we'll still lose 3-0. But I'm cautiously optimistic that we could win, not just draw. I'm cautiously optimistic that we could win. You should be optimistic about Sunday. I am. The way Cincinnati's playing, I'm optimistic. Yeah, but he also just works for ESPN to pour test. But yeah, I might as well have him do El Salvador because he's Salvadoran. 71st minute. Like, I'm optimistic. Like, what else should I be? Like, exactly. Like, I mean, Cavalier just gave you the blueprint. CONCACAF still does away goals. Yes, that's exactly why it's even more weird that Cincinnati's slowed up. Like, and by the way, I guarantee you, Bupenza's probably going to start on Sunday instead of Sergio Santos. Sergio Santos is honestly better than Bupenza. If they do that, I think we'll have an easier time defending against them. Like Bucha, I mean, yeah, he's made some good passes, but he doesn't really wow me. He's not as hyped. He's not meeting the hype that he had in the offseason. Acosta is slow. Is slow to starting slow. Maybe Corey Baird, not as good as he was with Houston. I mean, I think he really legitimately fit the Benny Ball profile, but Cincinnati gave him a bit of a bag, so you might as well. They needed a striker too, so I'm surprised they didn't bend him over a barrel. But, I mean, seriously, I mean, this Cincinnati team legit is weaker than last year's, which better defense. Oh, by the way, Miazga ain't starting on the weekend because guess what? Suspension. So, yeah, Miles Robinson is going to start, but Miles Robinson has howlers. He really does. Miazga, I think, will make him look better because Miazga's a rock. Guess what? The one who puts out the howlers is the one who's starting. Shit, I think we got a chance. How's Cavalier doing? They're defending well. They're down 1-0, but they're defending well. They've had some offensive play. You know what? I'm not saying they're going to win at TQL, but you know what? Yeah, I think so. They play Dallas in May at home in Toronto. I think so. I think it is May, and I think they do. 73rd minute. But Cavalier's not doing too bad. I'm honestly very impressed with Cavalier. Sadly, they're losing. It doesn't matter that I'm impressed and I want to give them props. But you know what? Sometimes that's the way football goes. What's the score? Still 1-0 Cincinnati. Still 1-0 Cincinnati. Get to the keeper, good goal kick. I'll take a 1-0 win for Cincinnati. They're either going to be really pissed off or really dumbfounded. And I think the dumbfounded would be a lot better for Toronto than the pissed off. I know they're at home, but it's not hard to win in Jamaica, especially at night in frickin' February. This ain't frickin' El Salvador. There's no altitude. Like, I'm not going to use the away excuse here. You shouldn't use it for Jamaica. Once Miami takes on Champions Cup, most likely Nashville, 2DNA making some big money, and Fox Sports. 74th minute. Yeah, I think Monterrey, by the way, I think Monterrey is going to destroy Cincinnati. I think Monterrey is going to destroy Cincinnati. Free kick for Canada, 76th minute. I hate to tell you, I think Monterrey is going to destroy Cincinnati. I thought it was going to be closer, but you know what? No. If you can't make Cavalier look like trash, I don't care if you could say your defense is the best in the Jamaican Premier League, which is correct. But this is Cincinnati we're talking about here. Like, yeah, you can make a good account of yourself, but 1 goal against is sort of like, damn. They may really be the best defense in the Jamaican Premier League. They may just be. You know what? I hope Brandon Vasquez does score against his old club. I don't know who else would. Maybe Sergio Canales. But you know what? I want Brandon Vasquez to be the one to knock out his old club. Sure. They deserve it. Basically choosing to rebuild your defense and not really just keep whatever offense you keep and then maybe make one signing and mostly try to strengthen your defense. I knew you blew a 2-0 lead, but... And besides, also selling Vasquez to a team... or Vasquez going to a team that could play you... Now that's Corey Baird off. Corey Baird is off for Ordonez. Amazon Prime is looking to make a TV deal with Tigres and Chivas for their home games. Well, thank God I got Amazon Prime. Corey Baird for Ordonez. I don't think Corey Baird really fits the Cincinnati style. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he does. See, they were desperate. So far, I don't think he does. 78th minute. Quinn. '77th minute. '77th minute out of 90. 78th minute. Canada looks like they're going to, well, they're trouncing them anyway. Like, that's going to change. 77 minute. I'd say Cincinnati looked like they were more dangerous, but nothing came out of it. Nashville dominated, but they got freaking hacked down at every turn. But they still got 3. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm a Chivas fan and have Prime. Fair enough. 78 out of 90. Plus stoppage time. 1-0 Cincinnati. I mean, Cavalier. This game's boring. Free kick for Canada. Plays forward. 78th minute. Yeah, Cincinnati's on the catbird seat for going to the round of 16. Here's the problem. That could easily be overturned. Ask Toluca. I'm not saying Cavalier is going to go fully Toluca, but you know what? Cincinnati's like they're happy with a 1-0. I don't know if that's a good idea. Besides, they're playing Toronto. Like, why are you acting like, maybe it will, but like, why are you acting like that's going to be such a hard chore? Like, they're acting like they're, Cincinnati legitimately is acting like Toronto's freaking LAFC. I don't know if I like that or not. It's like they're trying to save some for Toronto. Dude, you don't. I'm not saying we're as shit as we were last year, but the last time you saw us play, you ain't got to save shit for us. You're going to beat us. Maybe preseason says different. You ain't got to save shit for us. That's the non-cautiously optimistic side of me. Because you ain't got to save shit for us. You're going to beat us. When's the last time you saw us? Chivas Telemundo. I watch Chivas home games on Peacock. Yeah, me too. I watch them on Peacock when they play on Telemundo. And when I need to do Chivas games at home, they're home games on Peacock. Here in the U.S., I think in Mexico, Televisa, thanks to them, they took away Fox Sports, Fox Deportes, Monterrey's home games away. So that's a big L for them. So wait, Monterrey is now all on TUDNA? Like, the only Fox Sports teams now are Juarez and Leon. Santos. That's it. 81st minute. Like, is that it? Like, the only Fox Sports teams now are what's their Santos and Juarez. Cincinnati shot blocked away. Acosta corner. '82nd minute. Acosta corner, 81st minute. 9 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Rado's game is going to be FS2 tomorrow, I saw. I guess in English, they're still on Fox, though. Shot off the post. Off the crossbar. For Bucha. First Juarez. Wait, are they on the road? Wait. Are Monterrey on the road versus Juarez? If that's the case, that's why it's on FS2, is Juarez. Juarez. Here's a chance. Shot, goal. There's two. He's offside. Offside. Bravos are at home. Well, yeah, that's what's on Fox. You know what? I might just watch it instead of, I didn't say on the channel, I might just watch it instead of SmackDown, considering SmackDown got taped. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Offside, 82nd minute. There will be a sub here. Is the stadium packed? No. No, it's not packed. Yeah, he was way offside when the ball was played. Yep, that's off. Yeah, that's definitely off. Miazga's off. Wait, they're taking off the center back. No way. For Pinto. Oh, my God. They're taking off Miazga. Yeah, I hope you get scored on. Miazga for Pinto. That is just... Oh, you stupid... Besides, if you're trying to do it to make sure he gets time, I swear, man. Tip Keller's on as well. Oh, look, it's Mr. Own Goal. Mr. gave it to St. Louis in their opening game. I would say Mr. gave it to St. Louis, you know. Kip Keller, Mr. gave it to St. Louis because he went to SLU. 83rd minute. '85th minute. So Kip Keller and Pinto are on. Still one goal. Yep. Good for Toronto. Horrible for Cincinnati. Okay for Cavalier. I mean, Cavalier, I guess, could pull a freaking Herediano. I don't think they will, but who's to say? If Amazon Prime kills the Televisa monopoly in Mexico, I'll be happy because they're one of the reasons Mexican soccer sucks right now. Leaves are destroying the Golden Knights. Let's go, baby! Let's go! Woo! The Leafs are getting hot at the right time, baby. Turns out we didn't have to fire nobody. Woohoo! 6-0 in 6 games. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Go, Leafs, go. 5-0 Canada. Did they just turn it 6? Holy crap. Shot over the bar. Let's see. See what the 6-0 goal for Canada is. I have more fun with the Canada game. 4-0 Leafs. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Here's Canada. Shot. Goal. Goal. What a play. Jade Rose. 6-0. No, it was offside. My bad. Or that was your bad. That was offside. 84th minute. Or no, Smith. It was Smith, but it was offside anyway. I thought she used to wear 23. Whatever. My bad. 86th minute. 85th. It was offside. That doesn't matter. 5-0. It was over anyway. 85th minute. Canada, El Salvador's already dead. No, that wasn't offside. No. That wasn't offside. No. That was a bad call. Bad call. Free kick for Cavalier. 5 minutes plus stoppage time over in Jamaica. 3 minutes left. They got to give it. That wasn't offside. Have you ever heard of a place called Pinche Gringo BBQ Warehouse? No. But I know what that means. I don't think you're trying to troll me. But if you are, I know what that means. '86th minute. That's got to be a goal. I don't care. 86th minute. I mean, I've heard of pinches tacos, which I know what that means too. 87th minute. Shot. Goal. There's 2. Cincinnati scores a second. And it's Pinto. What a shot. But still, I mean, I still feel cautiously optimistic. I'm not going to lie. I still feel cautiously optimistic. Goal for Cincinnati. Pinto scores. They pretty much put this one away. 87th minute. Pinto. Malik Pinto scores. A banger of a shot. They're going to go to VAR to check the goal for Canada, of course. Malik Pinto scores 2-0. 0-2. I'm still cautiously optimistic. I don't care. That was basically a golazo. I'm still cautiously optimistic. MLS might start dominating the region the next 5 years. I agree. Goal 6-0, yeah, because that wasn't offside. Monterrey, Cincinnati, pretty much. Looks like it. 88th minute. Of course they should give it. That wasn't offside. When it comes to the Canada-El Salvador game. That's on, baby. That's on. Goal for Canada, 6-0. 6-0, Canada. Smith scores. with a minute to go before stoppage time. If they give stoppage time, I would hope not. 89th minute. (2-0) Cincinnati. I'm still cautiously optimistic. I mean, that was a golazo pretty much. And you can even say the first one should have happened. Columbus Crew will be a beast so far. The MLS just not Inter Miami. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, because of the freaking, yep, that's why. Not 89th minute, yellow card. I will go until the Canada game's over, just so you know. So this might be 5 minutes more. This might be 3 minutes more. I don't know. Get up. I don't think the Cincinnati game will take us longer on stoppage time. Richard King, or they would need 5 minutes to equal. Free kick for Cincinnati. Any MLSU players you're excited about for this season? Tyrese Spicer. I guess Jaquil still. Think Cavalier could beat Miami? No. Besides, they ain't going to play each other. If Cincinnati can't beat Monterey, you think freaking Cavalier could? If they were to come back? 90th minute. Nah, that ain't happening, buddy. That ain't happening. Stoppage time, 90th minute. How much do they call? 2-0 Cincinnati. Cross in, shot over the bar. Damn, 2 minutes of stoppage time. So the CCL game will be over very, very, very quickly. So that would be 2 minutes. They got a minute and a half to go. But no, Cavalier wouldn't beat Miami. I don't think Cincinnati really. I don't know. Depending on Cincinnati, how Miami's playing and how Cincinnati's playing, Miami might have beat Cincinnati too. 1 minute to go. Header. Canada still goes for 4 more minutes. So 3 minutes of this game left, so we still go for that. 2-0 Cincinnati with a minute to go of stoppage time. Is Herediano a team Robin Hood can surprise? I think so. Even without Cairo, I think so. $40 seconds. No watch along tomorrow. Nope, no watch along tomorrow. Or review, for that matter. 30 seconds. 25 seconds. Then Saturday, Sunday. Monday off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. And who knows, maybe there'll be some severe weather tracking as we're live. Who knows? Playing forward. 2 minutes past. Good clearance by Celentano. That'll be a throw-in. Robin Hobies did sign 3 Brazilians, also invested the money to upgrade the training facilities. Good. Good. Throw in. 2 minutes left in the Canada game. 2:25, I should say. Halftime. Full time, it's 2-0. Full time for Cincinnati Cavalier. It is 2-0 Cincinnati. There you go. Mm-hmm. There we go. Every tie at least has a first leg done. Second leg's about to hit. So we have the 2-0 for Cavalier Cincy. Cincy, of course, with the big lead. Or not the big lead, but 2 away goals. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go for Canada, El Salvador. And then we'll end this. It doesn't take much longer. 6-0 Canada. (2-0) Cincinnati full time. Yep. I still am cautiously optimistic for Sunday for sure. Not that worried. 50 seconds. (35 seconds). But yeah, I think Canada could win the Women's Gold Cup. Cross in, blocked away. Be a goal kick. 10 seconds. What a performance, though, swear. Goal kick, and this will be that. And that is going to be full time. 6-0 Canada. 6-0 Canada in the Women's Gold Cup over El Salvador. What an opening game for Canada. That was a throwback, I have to say. 6-0. Maybe Sinclair needed to retire a lot earlier. Who knows? At least from the national team. Maybe. I have to say, I think they play better without her than with her. Because I think it was just they had to look for her. Now they can't. I think it's a good thing. Maybe that's why she retired. She finally realized they were looking for her and she couldn't do a damn thing. With that being said, 6-0 Canada. Good win there as well. If you like the stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this game. Cincinnati wins 2-0. Canada wins 6-0. I'm only reviewing Cincinnati Cavalier, though. And there you go. See you within the hour. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you.